individual interviews with potential jurors will begin next week. It still be months before a jury is chosen out of some 9,000 people called up for the case. Eventually, the jury will have to decide whether defendant James Holmes was insane when he opened fire in the movie theater in December of 2012, killing 12 people. Right then, this is CPR News.
Okay, let's see.
Other contributors include the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, which believes that the lives of the world's poorest will improve faster in the next 15 years than at any other time in history, as described in the Foundation's annual letter at gatesletter.org.
To the Colorado Public Radio's all-news station with hourly news from around the nation, the world, and from around Colorado. Colorado Public Radio, 90.1 FM in Denver, and online at cpr.org.
Support comes from Anchor Center for Blind Children, a nonprofit supporting children and families since 1982, presenting Visions of Love, a wine and chocolate tasting experience on February 12th. AnchorCenter.org.
From NPR News, this is All Things Considered. I'm Audie Cornish.
And I'm Robert Siegel. Now, an appeal to Washington to step up military assistance to Ukraine. It comes from 8 people, a combination of scholars, former U.S. diplomats, and military officers, who regard Russia's actions in and against Ukraine as the gravest threat to European security in more than 30 years. That's a quotation from their report released today. One of its authors is Ivo Daalder, former U.S. ambassador to NATO and now president of the Chicago Council on Global Affairs. And Ivo Daalder joins us from Chicago. Welcome to the program.
My pleasure.
You and your organization, as well as the Atlantic Council, the Brookings Institution, propose arming the Ukrainians with anti-tank missiles, drones, radar that can spot Russian rocket launchers. How would that assistance alter the outcome of the conflict in eastern Ukraine?
Well, it would give Ukraine a capacity to defend itself against a growing onslaught, not only from separatist forces, but from Russian forces. In the last few weeks, we've seen large amounts of heavy weaponry and artillery and tanks being flown into Ukraine, and we've seen an escalation of the fighting. We did a fact-finding mission to Ukraine to see what they needed in order to defend themselves, and this report is the result.
Does this proposal amount to an admission that sanctions simply have not deterred and will not deter Russian behavior here?
Well, clearly sanctions